Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2024. Don't forget to come back on a weekly basis for weekly astrological updates, of course, because that's what I do here on this channel. And if you happen to be watching this before the end of the day, the 31st of March, we're in the middle of our 2-week sale, our equinox sale, 20% off 1-hour readings with me. And so if you're interested in scheduling a session for yourself, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your month? April is all about blank canvases, fresh starts, and new beginnings for everybody. But for you, it's primarily focused on your center of career and upward mobility, status, station, and promotions, stepping onto more high-powered and profitable paths across the board. And that is because we've got such a tremendous amount of activity taking place in your 10th house of career, upward mobility, and raises, Aries, right at the start of the month. We've got a solar eclipse new moon there taking place on the 8th. The sun is there. We've even got a Mercury retrograde there, and Venus will be there as of the 5th. So let's talk about this solar eclipse new moon and what this means for you. So again, it's a new moon, so it's all about new beginnings, new commitments, and new fresh starts. And it's opening up a 3-month window period between the 8th of April and about the end of week 1 of July for a lot of you Cancerian people to take on some kind of new role, new job, or new position that is a huge step above what you are doing right now as it relates to your work or your business. And even if you work for yourself, this can still begin a jump into a higher income bracket, whether you are conventionally employed, self-employed, whatever you've got going on. But because this is a solar eclipse new moon, this is likely going to require you to step up to the plate because there could be a lot of extra training or maybe some kind of adjustment of other plans or situations as you've got them set up in order to accommodate this. We've also got the sun here bringing a lot of very good attention, enhancement, and support your way when it comes to not only your work and your earning power, but also the people that surround you when it comes to your business as a whole. Venus in your 10th house also gives you kind of the favorite treatment, the favorite of the market. You're becoming a bit of a money magnet. Venus likes to do that whenever she's in an income area in our chart. Houses 2, 6, or 10. In this case for you, it's house 10. And you may also find yourself in a position to be lifted up closer to very influential figures during this period, especially between the 5th and the 29th of the month, where you're also getting a chance to custom design a lot of your professional or business futures. And we also have Mercury retrograde here as of the 1st, and through the 25th of the month, this is also going to be a time where you are going to be going through a lot of revisits, revisions, and reversals on the job. Now, this can sometimes create some upsets or some disappointments, but this can also create happy chances and happy accidents. With Mercury retrograde, we are getting a chance to revise or even reverse things that have become unhappy trends when it comes to our earning power or our professional standing or our upward mobility. However, it can also cause us to switch tracks or maybe even rewrite certain plans or rewrite certain agreements. Sometimes, again, this will be a happy accident or happy chance. Sometimes it will be inconvenient, but power through it because a lot of this month is about setting you up to be in a much more prosperous way. We also have Mars in Pisces all month long, all the way up until the 30th. And this is your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, expansion, big moves, and growth. And this is all about you breaking out of a lot of containers, a lot of circular patterns and conditions in your world. Mars in the 9th house is about getting you out of your box, getting you out of your bubble, and also helping to eliminate big agreements, big contracts, and big commitments or rules that you've been operating with or operating under that have actually been imposing limitations on your life. This is also a time where any kind of barriers, red tape, or walls that have been put up between you and a particular goal as it relates to one of these areas will also get a chance to come down thanks to either some help coming from a champion to your cause or maybe some kind of alteration to the way the rules are enforced or what the rules actually are with regards to these matters. We have the Sun and Venus moving into Taurus towards the end of the month, the Sun on the 19th and Venus on the 29th. And this is your 11th house of friendships and support, your community, as well as your loftiest goals and ambitions. And when we have Venus and the Sun in the 11th house, this is a time where life becomes a bit of a party. We start to really get a chance to forge tighter friendships and tighter bonds with those that we already have, as well as attract a whole new tribe to ourselves, or even rebuild our sense of community in a way that is much more supportive and accommodating to who we are now. The Sun in the 11th house also comes in to bring in a lot of support for maybe filling gaps in your support system, however that applies in your life. And you may also find that a lot of friends and a lot of allies are starting to hook you up in ways that are not just about being your friend, but also hooking you up with attention enhancement and support, however that shows up in whatever resource form it is during the end of this month. And Venus in your 11th house is bringing more excitement and adventure into your romantic life, making it a lot more extroverted, a lot more outgoing, a lot more playful. In fact, also for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it may be as we close up this month or go into May, a lot of you could also be finding new love opportunities through a community or friendship circle or friendship connection that you have. And finally, we have a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd of the month. This is taking place in your 5th house of romance, recreation, creativity, and your relationships with your kids, but also any kind of personal enterprises that you may have or ambitions towards personal enterprises that you may be working with. Now, full moons are all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And in the 2 weeks following the 23rd, there is a big chapter change going on in an important connection or pursuit relating to this area of your life. With a full moon in the 5th house, this could be a time where a lot of status changes are happening in relationships. If you're single or available to new people, this could indicate the end of a status of singledom. This could also indicate a milestone in a relationship progression, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's a milestone growth moment in a bond you have with one of your kids. However, this is also going to raise the roof in terms of intensity because we're also closing up certain stories and sometimes even difficult patterns, difficult narratives, or difficult trends in these relationships as well. So it's going to be necessary for you to be able to keep your feet on the ground while we go through this. But this is an important milestone moon for all of you. So that is what I've got for your astrology for April. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.